Hey, welcome to another episode of Gets Real, where marriage-minded singles gather to navigate this new world of dating. This is Ty, your host, and as a newly single person myself, after years of being married, I can say navigating this new dating life has been a journey. So join me every week as we highlight the pros and cons, ups and downs of this new world of dating. On today's topic or episode, we are going to discuss, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of dating a man that you only see potential with.
Oh, shit. Yes, and her sister's back again. Girl, ain't that the age old? We done this.
Seen it, done it.
50 11 times.
So you're dating a guy who is still in that realm of not all his ducks in a row. But you see the capabilities, or in your mind, you can see all of the things that this man could be and could do. Which begs the question, is seeing potential enough? Or do you have to see a constant push, or he be in a constant push of fulfilling his vision? He had one, but he ain't made it there yet.
I want to see. I need to pay attention to what are we doing? What does his day-to-day life look like? Because here's the thing. People can have potential and never use it, or they may use it incorrectly. He may be a person who's not wise with his resources. So he's not wise with the resource of his potential. So how long are we going to tarry with this thing? Because if you keep hanging on to the possibility of, well, he has this potential, he could be this type of person, he could be this. Some people are okay with having a story of, it's just right outside my reach, or, some people love a constant struggle. They feel like they ain't doing nothing with their life if they not struggling. And if he could be that type of person. So he could be self-sabotaging getting there because he's in love with the process. He's in love with the process of the struggle. And then what is the vision? Because there's some visions that you can't get behind as a woman. And that's based on who you are and your purpose and what your potential is. Those two things don't mesh. Those two things don't work.
So if this man has the potential of greatness, how do you push him or back him in that process? Or as a man, do you require that he figures it out for himself?
I kind of think those things go hand in hand. Once you as a woman knows what is the vision, if you can really explain the vision to me and what it is that you're working towards and how far you've come in this thing already, you know,
because some people just still have an idea but they don't know the steps.
Right. So my question, once we have that conversation, my question then becomes, would you like me to help you?
Is that your job to help him? Then say you help him, and some people's success is not for everybody.
Some people's success is not for everybody. So you have to determine, for me, if I'm saying, would you like for me to help you? I'm not looking for nothing back from this, because what I'm about to help you with may be your thought process. It may be your plan. I may be looking at your vision because you got it wrote down, and I may say, hey, if you tweaked A, B, and C, that could get you there a lot faster. And if you tweaked it in these ways. Now, the follow through is up to him. I may offer that tidbit to you as my husband. I may push a little harder. I may ask you where you are with it. I may check in with you more often. But there's going to be a part where I back up out of that. And I'm going to leave that between you and the Lord. Because it don't make sense, because some men come to resent you for writing them because they're in love with the struggle of the process.
Right. So you are willing to take a potentially successful, I want to say, but I know it's not the word I'm looking for. A potentially successful person from dating to marriage, or with that, or you going into marriage with that person that has not reached their full potential yet.
At this, I feel I see where you're going. At this age, I don't know. There's the part of me that wants to. I can't be out here at 42 trying to build with you in a way like we 19, 20, 25. I ain't got that type of time for you. I don't have that level of patience for that. If you are not the type of man who is going to get up and be about your business to get this, whatever this is that you're working on, to get up and get after it, I can't be the only one encouraging you to this. Because then to me, you don't want it. And I can't want it more than you do. It's your vision. But it also makes me look at you because, which is where, from previous episodes, when I say you have to ask these questions when you're dating towards marriage, if you gonna be, how does he see himself? If you see yourself as a leader, if you see yourself as a visionary, if you see yourself as the head of household, nigga, where's you leading me to? Question mark? Because you have no follow through. You have no discipline. And if I have to keep you reined in, if I have to be the one to keep you motivated, child, heaven forbid I take a day off. Because what's going to happen? You going to let the shit go? I can't tell you that I'm going to be all right with that. He's going to have to have some natural push and drive to himself. And then my question is going to be, where the hell are you leading me? Because I'm not going to let you lead me to financial ruin. I'm not going to let you lead me into financial, emotional, spiritual instability. Oh, babe, I need $200 for for this thing here. But I see you doing everything with the $200 but what you told me you needed. But I'm still supposed to cheer you on and tell you, yeah, babe, you can do it. You can do this thing. No. Because at what point are you going to stop? Because when you do stop, because as women we get tired, because I don't see you doing nothing with this, then here comes the rhetoric of you don't support me. And here I come, because now this is where the fight begins, because I got receipts. I've never not once talked down to you about this. And I gave you XYZ amount of dollars and time to get you beyond the stale point you were at. So can I be with somebody who has potential? I can. I want to see you also have drive to get to where you're going. And you're moving in the direction that you're talking about. When you telling me you want to go in this direction and you ain't made not never single move to get in that direction, that was a journal entry. That was you dreaming out loud. I, at this point in my life, am not one to take the reins on the vision. You may say, "Oh, babe, I wanna open this restaurant." Okay, what kind of restaurant? I've opened a bakery. Kind of similar, more or less. Concept is the same. What we talking? If we run it all down, younger me would have been, I done found a place. I know where we getting. I done found a place. I know where we're getting pots, pans, this, that. There's a whole checklist for this. We need this for the kitchen. We need this for the front house. This, that, and the other.
Because you in complete build mode.
I'm in build mode, and we go based on our upbringing. It's go time, baby. You said you wanted to do this thing, and if you don't went and sat down. No, I've learned to step back and let other people's dreams and visions and things be theirs. I'ma move when you move, just like that. That was a song too. You got that one? Oh, she got that one, y'all. So that's what I've learned to do. I feel like that has worked out a lot more. That has worked out way better for my mental state and my emotional state than anything else when it comes to that.
What's the feeling when, like you say, younger us would have done the hoorah, you picking up a brick, I'm gonna pick up one with you, we gonna build this thing together, to you've laid bricks and left the relationship. Because you didn't see follow through. Then after you were gone, they flourished. Any leftover feelings, or you feel like you did one for society?
I did one for society. Because it wasn't meant for me to be there at the end product. I may have been needed to get you over the hump to show you that this can be done, for you to feel supported and motivated enough to, you know what, I can do this. And boom, there you go. And whatever happened in the in-between time from me laying bricks with you to me not being there for the finished, you was probably depressed because you lost a real one. So you needed something to focus on, and that was what you chose. So congratulations. I'm glad I could further help out.
Which is probably why there's a lot of an influx of women that are in relationships and don't get anything accomplished, but once they're out of that said relationship, flourish.
Yeah, well, maybe that's that breakup energy. And then I don't have anything else to, some women tend to be naturally nurturers, and we're looking after you, and we take on what you're taking on because we're trying to be that supportive cheerleader. And when we have that breakup, we looking like, I got a whole bunch of shit over here that I should have been doing and haven't been able to do because I've been looking at his musty ass. So now here we go. We focused, fine, and flourishing.
So you can only see yourself dating a partner as long as the potential comes along with discipline and drive.
And I would expect for him to have the same with me. Because if I'm coming to you and I'm saying, babe, I want to do these 50, 11 things. I'm a Gemini. I'm an air sign. So my dreams be wide as outside and all up in the sky. You know.
I can fly twice as high.
Yay, reading rainbow. So he may need to be a little bit more grounding for me. And then I expect for him to be the same thing. He can be supportive and be like, babe, I think, of your A through H dreams that we discussed in the last 20 minutes, I think about 5 of those are possible, or 3 of those are really, they can take off really quickly. It depends on how fast you want to move. And we have that conversation. And if I don't do nothing with nothing of what we talked about, where's the follow through? So I would want him, I'm going to hold myself to those same standards of, be with me and be excited to be with me, because when babe put her mind to some shit, baby, that shit finna go.
How long would you give someone to flourish in finding their own potential and drive?
It depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about they're starting a business, or if we're talking about, if you don't come with it about your life, if you don't have a sense of drive about your life in general, that you're doing the things that need to be done for you to have a good, happy, healthy, wholesome life, I'm looking at you sideways any damn way. But outside of that, if what we working on, it just depends. It depends on what it is. Some things take it. I don't know. I don't know how to time that, because it really depends on what it is. Some things take a lot more planning on paper than putting it up. I don't know. It just depends. For me to see what you're doing.
So if you've seen small steps towards the ultimate goal in the past 2 years, are you okay with that? Because you've seen steps. He's produced steps, small ones, but he feel like he produced.
What are we talking about?
Say if he want to own a business, that's his thing.
Okay.
But he also don't want to work for nobody else. So would you give him 2 years to figure out what that looks like? Me personally, I already know it's absolute no, and that's probably why I date older people, because I need them to already come with it. I've found it hard for me personally to balance that. So if I am in my position and I am building this business and this life that I want for myself, and you on the other hand come and you're in the same boat and realm, and you're not secure in your job, or you're just on the ground floor of your business idea, I don't see it working.
I mean, I guess that's why I feel like, okay, if I don't know, yikes. Because we're going to have to talk about this. Where's the plan? Where's the business plan? It's a caveat to the question, because if you were not working and you don't want to work for nobody, and where's the capital coming from for you to start said business?
They can get loans.
So if you get this loan, I'm going to have to see what you done. What moves have you made? So if you go out here and you, let's just say, typical entrepreneurial path. You go out here, you get this loan, you start this business. You go get this LLC, yada, yada, whatever. But I don't see you getting up to make no phone calls. Your work day start at 1:30 p.m. You done by 2:30 or 2 o'clock. And this is what you do for 6 months. I got questions. We're not going to get to 2 years. Because at 6 months, I got questions. Because depending on whatever, I'm not even going to say depending on the business. Because local business, if you don't even have enough wherewithal to be up during what is considered normal business hours, I can't give you 2 years of my life with this. Because I'm going to feel like you're not focused, because they not out here giving $500 loans for small businesses. So where the money went, Craig? What are we doing for real? I have to see that you have you gotta be out here. I gotta see you making moves. That's where that drive and that discipline comes in. If you don't have an understanding of this business ain't gonna pop if I'm not up, these bills not gonna get paid if I don't go out here and do something with it. If this business is what I want, and I don't have no drive and no push to go make this jump, I'm going to leave this all on my girl. You don't have enough wherewithal to know, even though we might have agreed, I'm willing to rock with you for 2 years on this, but you don't think I'm going to have some questions at 6 months because I ain't seen you do nothing? So no, we might not even make it to 2 years, bro. You may get one out of me. Because if you're not doing nothing in the 6, I may give you another 6 months to see a drastic level of improvement.
Do you think it's hard to date someone where you see potential in them that they don't see? Or do you think that's on a level of every relationship?
I think you kind of see that just across the board in every relationship. You're going to see the potential for your partner to be able to be somebody or do a thing, and you feel like they will be absolutely great at it. But it just may not click for them. Was that the question?
Yeah. So was it ever you actually seeing their potential, or you seeing you wanting a certain life and incorporating them into it because you wanted that person to be that partner? I feel like a lot of women do that.
I would agree. Women have the propensity to fast forward time so much, which is why dating someone's potential is so dangerous for us, because we can see a man's potential and we fast forward that into in the vast imagination of our minds, and we've mentally created a life on this time scale of what his business is, how much we know about the business. So then we pretty much kind of do a little galactic math and feel like within X amount of years we should be able to live this type of life with this person if he stays on this trajectory. And so then we start dating this person based on this potential that we see and trying to push them into the trajectory that we've imagined. And these people don't want that shit. And now we mad and highly upset because you're not living up to your potential. Is it theirs, or was it your imagination? So we have to be careful with that. That's part of the reason why I tell some people that I've come across, fantasy me is better than the reality me. Reality me gonna kill the fantasy every time, because you think that I'm just exponentially great and awesome. In real life I am. But there's also that underside of who you think wants to swing from the ceiling fan every day. I may not swing from the ceiling fan. I may stand up in the bed with a hula hoop on, but a show is a show. But you're going to be drastically disappointed because you wanted the ceiling fan every day. So then there's the letdown. And then there's the disappointment. Then there's the resentment. Then you wasted my time. Did they waste your time, or did you waste your time?
And on that note, make sure when you out here dating in these streets, date the reality, not the fantasy. Hey, did you love this episode? We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. So don't forget to check us out next time. Are you looking for your next date night idea? Don't forget to check out XOXO on the go on Instagram to follow me on my dating journey.